So in the west, we have Zztop in the color blue, playing as the Persians. And in the east, in the color red, we have Boolbee, playing as the red Egyptians.
Nice. He's going for a dock already, so that's pretty neat.
And he's definitely aware of the meta.
So the first thing we should check on this map is to see if there are any backdoor possibilities.
Yes.
For the pond, and it appears that it's for both players actually. Both of them have pretty backdoorable
For
ponds,
sure.
so it'll be interesting if either of these two players decides to pull the carnage and.
Actually, what do you think about this dock placement from Zztop?
I think that's pretty questionable, actually.
I mean,
it's
a little delayed, but it does keep an eye on this back door.
Yeah, I mean,
so you only have to worry about that one.
Yeah, it's like also some sort of mind game, because Boolbee may not check this side of the pond. He may just look at the the direct back side of the pond and see that there's no dock there, and he might think that Zztop is not going for a dock. So maybe that's his plan. I mean, he is getting a fish spot right next to the dock. So
yeah, I think that was probably his mindset with this placement. He looks like he doesn't have any fish kind of out front.
Right. Yeah, and Boolbee does spot the dock.
Yeah, so he knows what
that scenario is.
A long walking time for these villagers too to get on this wood line.
Yeah.
See how that pays off.
Boolbee already has a fishing boat out actually, so it seems like he's had a little cleaner build. I mean, it does help that he built his dock a bit closer too, but he's now moving his priestess to the dock.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, this is pretty much all his villagers are here. Now, I'm kind of curious to see what happens with this fishing boat. It'll drop off 31 food?
Yes. Yeah, I think it does 33 actually. It's like 10% more. So people who are watching and who don't know how this works. When you have a Priestess of Ra on a building and powering it, any resource that gets dropped off to that building has a 10% conservation on it. So it's actually not bad that Boolbee is empowering his dock, because those fish spots have 1,000 food in them, but if you gather from an empowered dock with them, they will have effectively 1,100 fish in them. So he's like maximizing his fish yield in a way.
So yeah,
but he's making a barracks.
Pretty good choice actually. It looks like a nice double storehouse here by him too.
Yeah, that's a really good storehouse placement actually. Looks like Boolbee has been reading the PvP Sparta guide and following the instructions on storehouse placement. That's really good.
So far, very impressed with his opening build here.
Yeah, it seems pretty clean, but I mean, yeah, he's training spearmen too, so I'm wondering if he's planning on doing some sort of spearman pressure. But Zztop, yeah, he is also making a barracks now. I noticed his wood going down by like 200. I was wondering if he's making a barracks, and he is. Yeah. He can also go to H2 now though. But there's not much that Persians get from their barracks by going H2 like immediately. I mean, because unlike Egyptians and Celts and Romans and Norse and Greeks, Persians do not get an anti-infantry in their barracks. They only have the Sparbara and the Spearmen. And so this is like one of the unique things about them. When you see most other civilizations making a barracks, you know that once they hit H2, they can make infantry units that counter yours, but Persians are not one of them. So you need to be careful.
So one thing I see, I think Boolbee did forget to throw down that Temple of Ra, but he does have about 200 extra stone now too, so a little bit of an oversight. Yeah. He is building it now with 6 villagers, so it's going up real fast.
Yeah, true. But I mean, he's playing in the tournament, so it's always a little different when playing on stage, so to speak. Zztop did manage to get his TC up faster than Boolbee actually, which is not something that I would expect. Oh, we missed this. Boolbee
Yes.
got the top pond.
So that maybe the first time this tournament I've seen the pond spawn up in the north. So yeah, that's a nice play by Boolbee.
It's random actually. Sometimes it's at the top, sometimes it's at the bottom. But it seems like this time around it was at the top. Yeah, the bottom one seems to be a lot more common though.
Mm-hmm. So I guess Boolbee's second town center on a gold mine does in range of this hunt. So it's a good spot. Meanwhile, Zztop's and also on his gold mine in range of that berry bush. So really well defense, or I guess easy to defend here with double TC.
Yeah. He's now getting a stable and an archer range, so a 1-1-1. That's pretty good if he applies some pressure. But let's see how it turns out. He's also starting to train spearmen preemptively. I'm guessing he's expecting some camels.
Yep.
Persian spearmen are one of the beefiest, or rather the strongest hitting spearmen in the game, since they're slightly more advanced than the others. All other civilizations start with their spearmen in H1, except Persians, who get them in H2. So the stats on the Persian spearmen against cavalry is pretty crazy. They have a huge multiplier.
So we do see it.
Seems like the stable going up. Yeah. I was just saying that the stable's going up for.
We actually see two storehouses being thrown down on that gold mine. Maybe I guess that first one was a little bit misplaced.
Yeah. You always want to have like this one tile gap. Yeah. Like the stone storehouse is pretty perfect. Like I can't imagine a better place for that storehouse.
And
because for berries, you kind of wanna. Yeah, he is.
Got 500 in the bank.
Towers, maybe towers.
That or maybe armory upgrades.
Oh yikes! I see. Yeah.
This is interesting. He actually had to throw down a second dock. I think he got really unlucky with his fish spawn.
Yeah, well, Boolbee is just, being... Oh, did he actually research net lures? I think he
got the net lures upgrade, so...
Nice. He's maximizing his fishing. Yeah. He's gonna be swimming in food. No pun intended, but he's also getting picker's gloves, so he's getting all the food in the world. I'm wondering if that's combined with the fact that he's getting lots of stone, means that he's trying to get some elephants out, because elephants are really food-heavy units, and you're gonna need stone to build forts. But here are the first Asabaras from Zztop.
Gonna pick off that villager.
Uh-oh.
Camels do respond. It looks like camels are a little bit faster, right?
Right. They are one speed faster until you research Asabar champion, then they get equally as fast, or equal speed rather. But this is interesting. Like most of the time, you don't see Persians being the aggressor when both civs decide to make H2 units. But here, Zztop is pushing, and I think he's gonna regret that, because the slingers from Boolbee are.
Yeah, it's actually a good choice to be making slingers here. He knows the Persian player is going to go for those bowmen, so...
Yeah.
Not a bad army composition by Boolbee. He's got a lot of resources in the bank. He could look to go up to the Silver Age.
Yeah, he could just throw down a Temple of Set. And look at that. Zztop actually added a second archer ring, so I'm wondering if he's going to commit to some heavy H2 push.
Second barracks and a third barracks.
Yeah, going for that
lots
classic
of spearmen
moment. Oh, actually, never mind. He's making lots of spears. Yeah, and he is 30 population ahead of Boolbee, despite what the scores indicating. He's actually quite ahead, and this fight might be.
Boolbee needs to hold this, because he's placed his Temple of Set really far forward, and it's kind of vulnerable.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
He's gonna get denied.
Going down.
Yeah, he's kind of giving up.
So people who are watching in Age of Empires Online, just like previous games, whenever you lose a building, you get back the resources proportionate to how much health the building had before it got destroyed. So if it was like 70% done, you get only 30% of the cost back. So that was a really big hit to Boolbee's bank, but I think this is just too much from Zztop.
I think we're kind of seeing the downside to Bronze Age Egyptian infantry. They're not the strongest, and they kind of just got overpowered by these 25 bowmen here, though.
Yeah, so yeah, there's the resign by Boolbee. GG, well played, nice push from Zztop. But I think the biggest problem here was that Boolbee actually didn't spend his resources as well as he could have. Like, compare the resources of Zztop and Boolbee right now. Zztop is below 200 on all 4 resources, while Boolbee is just banking up, and you don't want to bank up. Yeah.
All resources gathered fairly even.
Yep.
Really even.
Yeah, but Boolbee also didn't make any extra priestesses, so the only priestess that he had was on the dock, and then later on when he used the find all military hotkey, she moved from there and joined the army. So she could have, I mean, he could have had 2 priestesses of Ra on his town centers for faster villagers, but
so let me just see. Hopefully, I think Boolbee might have just given up. Hope not.
No. He better not. I don't think he will.
Yeah. Let's see. They didn't tell me their civs. Let's see.
Okay.
Well, Zztop's back.
Cool.
All right. Let me update the score.
Yeah, so when you play with the Egyptian barrack style, you really don't want to get house blocked, and you always want to have not 1 but 2 separate villagers making 2 houses at a time, because Egyptians barracks units are really like zergy, and they're like cheap and expendable, and they train really fast. So you just want to swarm your opponent with your barracks units, and you don't really want to get them time to prepare, because if you let both armies max out, and one army is the Egyptian barracks army and the other one is like, say, like this Persian army that we saw, you're almost always gonna like come out behind on that fight. So you just want to swarm your opponent and keep pushing, but that's not what Boolbee did, and we saw that how that ended up.
Yeah. Okay, so both players have selected their next civs, and Boolbee's chosen Treasure Island.
Nice. I think once we load into that map, I can explain why that map is called Treasure Island. Yeah, because obviously nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Okay, let's get these guys back in.
Oh, great. Another classic matchup. One of my...
Seen lots of Persians, lots of Egypt, and lots of Greeks so far.
Yeah, I really like watching Persians versus Greeks, because I think that it's kind of 2 fairly similar civs that have their own advantages each, and as the game goes on, Greeks get stronger and stronger, so the Persians have to secure some sort of advantage for themselves in the mid game, and I'm really interested to see how that's going to play into the play styles of these 2 guys.
Me too. Okay, so we'll just set this game up.
By the way, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat, and I'll try to answer your questions in the downtimes that we have.
Yeah, maybe in this time let's catch up. Chat, was there anything?
Yeah.
I know I've seen worry about answering a lot of those. Yes.
What a pretty loading screen.
Yeah,
I wonder how it made it. Yeah, I wonder how it made its way to the game, and even a prettier map terrain set. Wow, damn.
Very nice.
All right, so this time we've got Zztop playing as the Blue Greeks on the bottom left side of Treasure Island, and we have Boolbee as the red versions on the top right. And Boolbee is already going for a hunt.
So even these deers are pretty.
Oh yeah,
nice
it's exclusive to this terrain set. So, okay, it seems like both players are going for a hunt already, but Zztop's barracks is already started, and I'm expecting Boolbee's to be starting just now, and there it is. Okay, so I think Zztop's barracks placement is slightly better because it's closer to where he's hunting. So like if he needs to defend his hunts, his spearmen can reach his storehouse faster, whereas Boolbee's, if you look at his base, his barracks is on the opposite side of his storehouse, so it's gonna take a long time to reach his storehouse with his Sparabara. And one other thing that I'd like to mention is that Boolbee did not kill the deer before he started his storehouse, so one of the deer walked so far out of his storehouse, and yeah, you can see that it's taking a long time for that villager to you see, like,
lots
it's
of travel
taking
time.
so many seconds. Yep.
Yeah, Zztops is a lot closer, starting to make those spearmen. No Sparabara yet in queue. It looks like maybe just because for that reason he's a little low on food. So, yeah.
He is, yeah. But he is checking the coast to see if Zztop is making any docks, and he is not. Both players actually going for spearmen, or rather H1 units. I'm seeing the second spearman by Zztop in queue. I think he already made one.
He's already got
Never
three.
mind, he made 3. Damn, yeah, okay.
So you know, inform everyone why this map is called Treasure Island?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If we had vision, you could see that on this island we have a lot of stone and gold deposits. So it's like you found a lot of treasure on this small island, which is why this map is called Treasure Island. Yeah, okay. We're about asking in the chat, why are we not seeing as much Norse? Well, I think it's because Recon is not playing, really. He's our resident Norse expert. And I think it's partly also because Norse's playstyle is a little different from most other civs, and when all players try to play all civs, it gets a little more difficult to adjust to the style of Norse. Oh, and by the way, really nice defense by Boolbee right there. He actually researched A tint, and as you can see, like, he's just gonna heal back everything that Zztop did, while all of his all of the Greek spearmen are like kind of damaged. And
yeah, it's such an important upgrade, I think, for the Persian players to get, especially early on, just to help defend these little rushes. Yeah, a lot of these Greek spearmen are like half HP.
Exactly, and Boolbee is already transferring.
I don't know if this will work though.
I think the storehouse is 100% dead. The villager might not be, but he needs to move his bar and secure this place.
Yeah, so our move his other ones down.
Yeah, he needs to age up too. He has the resources for it. And one thing that I'd like to mention is that Boolbee did not gather any stone. So Zztop has gathered stone, and he's going to be making an extra TC when he ages up, but Boolbee is not able to do that. So I'm wondering if he's trying to perhaps secure the water for himself and gets lots of fishing boats. That's also not happening
Yeah,
yet.
no dock yet. So I think it's actually a little spearman pressure. It looked like Boolbee reacted and handled it pretty well, but it is kind of throwing him off, at least his macro.
Yeah, he's gathering the gold right now, and you don't really need to gather gold much. Oh, he's starting to gather stone now, though. But yeah, Sparabara are pretty cheap on gold, and usually you don't need to.
Not sure where he is going with these Sparabara.
Uh-oh. Okay, he needs to evacuate the wood line immediately.
A-tent might save these villagers once again.
If he garrisons inside the TC, okay, all right. So he's not like completely dead by any means, Boolbee. But he needs to, you know, focus again and redistribute his villagers.
See, I don't know if that was necessary. But I mean, he's closer to his barracks now. Could have just probably went back there.
Yeah, this goes back to the beginning of the match when I explained why Boolbee's barracks placement could be a bit better. But Zztop already started his second TC, and I think it's like 40% done already. Or
Just
never mind, it's already out.
It's throwing down a stables as the second building.
That's fine. I think that's pretty standard. Like the 1-1-1 by Greek is almost always this in this order. Rack, stable, archer range.
Yeah, I guess you want to get that stables out first, right? Just because once you start trading those Toxotes, your wood bank really takes a hit.
Toxotes are the most expensive H2 bowmen, so 45 wood is a lot of wood. Oh, and I think Zztop is gonna catch this stock and.
Just the timing. Oh, that scout didn't go, but these spearmen are gonna see it.
They're gonna just see that. I think that. Oh, he's turning back, and Boolbee knows that Zztop knows. Okay. Boolbee knows it too. Oh, and nice. These two Sparabara are gonna be
might have to pick off all his villagers weak. 30.
Uh-oh, 2 hits. 2 hits. 2 hits.
So that's a good pickup for him.
Yeah, that's really nice.
22 villagers to the 29.
Wow, yeah.
Somehow Zztop, I guess that quicker second town center. Boolbee must have dropped a couple because like he didn't lose any in these early raids, I don't think. That A-tent kind of saved him.
Oh, but he somehow actually managed to get a TC up and running. So that's pretty nice for him. He can come back definitely. But he cancelled his fishing boat. I wonder why he did that. Now he can't like repair his dock and
he doesn't have the wood for a galley, so he is gonna lose it.
Yeah, but I mean, in his defense, I could say that Zztop also doesn't have a dock.
It's pretty scary looking Toxotes.
Oh yeah, the prehistoric, helmet and the bow is pretty scary. Yeah, you got Dino skull wearing bowmen shooting with their Dino bone bows. How can you not die from that?
So again, Boolbee is falling behind in population pretty early on. Sitting at 39 to the 64 is Zztop. Throwing down an archery range. And I did see, I thought I saw an armory upgrade in queue for Zztop, but I don't see an armory. Maybe I was wrong.
I would really doubt it, yeah.
It's a little early, yeah.
He is getting double Toxotes though. I wonder if he wants to make this like huge Tox ball and make it push like he did basically last game too. Actually, now that I think about it, he made double archery range there too and got a really big bowman ball and just pushed in. And I think he's gonna do that here too. But I mean, Boolbee finally has his second TC up and he's now double producing villagers. So
throwing down a second archery range as well. We don't see too many Seri from Zztop. So
none actually. Yeah, none. He's just now queuing up the first one, I think. But
12 Sparabara versus the 13 Spearmen as well as 12 Toxotes.
Yeah, so if he fights both halves of this Greek army, he's gonna be fine. But this is an awful engagement, Boolbee. Where are you looking? Oh my God,
he
this
could
is
have
horrible.
taken a really good fight there if he just went everything on the Tox.
Yeah. Oh man.
And he's also out of that A-tent range, so he's losing a couple of villagers.
These far bar don't do any kind of damage. You need to have some sort of DPS behind him. His
Seen
is completely empty.
A blank Q from him. You can see he's focusing on this fight, but maybe that's just coming down to the tournament nerves a little bit.
Yeah, that's always a factor, actually. Yeah.
And Zztop was able to take that fight pretty easily. Desperate guard tower being dropped down, but I don't know if that will be enough to save him.
Yeah, especially not in that spot. Oh man, those villagers from Boolbee are getting slaughtered.
27 to the 49. Yeah, this is not looking good.
Not at all, not at all. Yeah, the Greek force is just pouring in.
Yeah,
and he's
just
gonna
continually to run across.
Tower. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's the GG. It will be
GG.
2-0 for Zztop. Well played, well played.
So it looks like we're gonna have a rematch actually now between Zztop and Zeus. Deciding.
Nice.
Keep calling him Zeus.
Okay.
I don't know why he changed his name.
I mean, he seems to take an interest in Greek gods, but some sort of twisted version of their names, like Zeus with Z.
Yeah.
And Poseidon with Z. Yeah. I wonder if he ever wanted to make a Hades with Z. But since we don't allow more than one account per person, I guess we'll never find out.
It's true. One thing though, he never really plays Greek though, the Greek Civ. I don't think that I can recall the last time I've seen him play Greek.
Poseidon? I think yeah, I think his main two civs are actually Celts and Persia for sure. I know his Persia is like his go-to civ, but
yeah, he's also been playing a lot of Babylon too.
Yeah, well,
lately. So resources gathered, Zztop did have the edge, about 3,000 resources, which is pretty.
That's a lot of resources
for a 10-minute game.
Yep. Yeah. Well, good luck to Boolbee. And thank you for participating in the tournament. I think he's out of the group stage now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think that's his second loss, so he won't be advancing to the round of 8. I have to say, I was pretty impressed with his gameplay. Maybe a little bit more practice, and could be a real threat out there.
Yeah, everybody has to start somewhere for sure. Yeah.